Football is full with huge, physically formidable individuals, many of whom look unbeatable. But there are still a few people in the NFL who make everyone else feel small and afraid. You know they're terrifying if they could frighten these huge people. In a sport that encourages aggressive behavior, we will now focus on the most menacing NFL players. Some cause harm and fear to their fellow athletes, while others have caused players to doubt their professional decisions. If you want to know who was so consistently bad at the sport that he forced GMs to reevaluate player salaries, you'll have to stay tuned. Here we have the grid. Lambert Jack. All it takes to intimidate someone is a glance. Jack Lambert is undeniably one of the most menacing NFL players of all time, regardless of how we evaluate his performance. During the most of the 1970s, he represented the Steel Curtain in Pittsburgh. When your adversary is advancing toward you when his front teeth are gone, it's clear that he doesn't care about his own safety, let alone yours. Lambert stood at 6 feet 4 inches and weighed 220 pounds on the football field. In cleats, they dubbed him Dracula. Offensive units were frightened by more than just his savage tackling style, which was well known around the league. He recorded at least one interception in each of his 9 seasons of play. 6 interceptions in a season was a feat he accomplished twice. He was limitless in his game. The Steelers were trailing the Cowboys 10-7 in Super Bowl X of 1976 when their kicker failed to convert a field goal attempt. Lambert took issue with Cowboy safety Cliff Harris's taunting tap on the head to the head of the Steelers kicker. A message was sent. Nobody messes with anyone in the black and yellow as he threw Harris to the ground. Theodore Aaron Donald. If you train with someone who has knives, your hands won't matter to him when it comes to a game. Has it ever occurred to you why Aaron Donald is so unbeatable? His trainer would occasionally resort to using knives to help him concentrate on blowing by offensive linemen, beginning with hand movement, as he was notoriously dedicated to his training. The quarterbacks he pursues are even more frightened of him than the linemen. The Rams took on the Seahawks in the season opener in 2023. Over the broadcast, Geno Smith's terror could be heard clearly when Aaron Donald got loose and ran freely at him. Pressure arrives late and incomplete on 3rd down. From 2014 to 2022, Aaron Donald has a perfect record of 9 consecutive seasons in the Pro Bowl. He has recorded at least 8 sacks in every season in which he has participated in 11 or more games. An average of 10 sacks per year is his norm. With 20.5 sacks in 2018, he led the league. He spent a significant amount of time in the opposing team's backfield that year, especially when you consider the 41 quarterback hits he recorded. Only 3 players in NFL history have ever won Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. Donald is one of them. He hurts quarterbacks regardless of whether he's double or triple teamed. Manny Gronkowski. Not only do defensive players use intimidation, but so do all players. Defensive players were on edge as Rob Gronkowski approached the line of scrimmage. The majority of the linebackers assigned to cover the 6'6", 265-pound tight end were too sluggish, and the majority of the defensive backs who could match his speed were too humiliated to risk looking foolish on television because Gronk was too powerful and would crush opponents. During his tenure in the NFL, he maintained a reception average of 15 yards. Contact was the catalyst for many of those yards. It was common for Gronk to distract defenders as he ran for touchdowns. Consider the following. Throughout his career, Rob Gronkowski caught 621 passes. 92 of them, or around 15%, attempted touchdown passes. 161 more were first downs.